So we just got some very interesting news from Brett Okamoto only about half an hour ago when I do record this video, but before I do get into that, I am going to address the elephant in the room. If you have watched my channel before, you will notice that I normally have a little bit of a better setup. I normally have a different background. I normally have a nicer microphone quality, and that's because I'm not at home right now. I'm actually recording on my laptop's inbuilt microphone, laptop's camera. Hopefully you guys don't mind. It's only going to be like this for the weekend, and then I'm going to be back at home for the UFC on ABC 5 live fight companion. I'm going to be live streaming then, and I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams over the next couple of weeks after this week. So I'm going to be still making content on my laptop, making videos and all that sort of thing. But before I do get into making the content at home, I've got to kind of get through this sort of situation with my laptop. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Now let's get into the prediction. I am going to pick Henry Cejudo to beat Cejudo Vera in this fight. Now it's going to be interesting because we haven't seen Henry Cejudo in a 3-round fight, in a very long time, because he's been in a lot of 5-round fights recently. Like he had the title fight. I mean, he's just only really had title fights, you know what I mean, against Sterling, and that was his first fight in years. And now he's going to be making a comeback. He's obviously got his eyes on that title. And the situation, in my opinion, is if Henry Cejudo beats Marlon Vera, I think he probably is next in line to get the title shot against either Corey Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov, or Merab Dvalishvili. Those three guys are probably the guys that will be in contention for the title. I think if Chito Vera beats Henry Cejudo, he's out of that conversation. I think it would come down to the winner of Sandhagen, Nurmagomedov, and Merab to fight each other for the vacant belt, because as Aljamain Sterling has said, he has said that he's going to vacate the belt after this fight. This is going to be his final fight at 135 pounds, and he's going to move up so Merab can get the belt or something like that. But even in these guys, especially in Henry Cejudo's case, is definitely fighting for a title shot, in my opinion. Now, I like Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo's a fun guy. You know, he's actually made a lot of very good press conference moments. You know, he was talking trash with Aljamain Sterling. I thought he actually beat Aljamain Sterling, but you know, I don't think I'm on an island on that opinion. I think it's about 50-50 whether people think Sterling won or not. But when it comes to this fight, I do think Henry Cejudo can out-wrestle Marlon Vera. You know, we just saw Corey Sandhagen out-wrestle Marlon Vera. And Henry Cejudo, despite being a much smaller fighter, has the much better wrestling accolades than Sandhagen, right? We're talking about a gold medalist in Olympic wrestling. You don't see that every day translate over to MMA, and that's what Henry Cejudo's done. He's had a great career. I thought he beat Sterling, I really do, and I do think he can beat Marlon Vera in this fight, but it's good, it's fun, because it makes you realize and no, Henry Cejudo wants to be active. You know, it's not Henry Cejudo just retiring after fighting Aljamain Sterling. It's Henry Cejudo losing to Aljamain Sterling, debatably, and then wanting to come back, wanting to make a big comeback. So I've got to respect that from Cejudo. It does kind of crush a lot of doubters' minds, because a lot of people were saying stuff like how like Henry Cejudo, he's just going to be a one and done when he comes back. But no, he wants to keep fighting, and he wants that belt. And I think Marlon Vera is probably the guy that didn't have a fight booked that was standing in the way of that. So I kind of like this fight. Marlon Vera is a marketable guy. Henry Cejudo is a marketable guy. It's going to be fun. And the main event of this card as well is Sterling versus O'Malley, potentially Sterling's final bantamweight fight. Weili Zhang taking on Amanda Lemos. But then you've got more bantamweight fights lower down. You've got Rob Font versus Song Yadong, potentially. You've got Cody Garbrandt versus Mario Batista on the prelims. And you could maybe have some more below as well. I think this card's a really, really good card. I think it's a little bit top-heavy, though, because you've got some fun fights, man. Chris Weidman's return. You've got 2 title fights at the top. Rob Font, Song Yadong. I mean, come on. That's going to be a great, great striking fight. Jeff Neal versus Ian Gary, another great fight. Garbrandt versus Batista, fun. GM3 versus Petrosky, fun. But then below that, I think we've got to kind of get something else on this card. I want to see Trevor Peek on this card if he wins. You know what I mean? I think he would be like the perfect fighter to put on a card like this. A guy that's just going to be all action, non-stop coming forward. Put him on the card if he wins this weekend. And speaking of this weekend, as I said earlier, I will be live streaming on the UFC. I will be live streaming on this YouTube channel for the UFC on ABC 5 card. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys there. I'll be doing a lot of streams in the future. I wanted to come on here to make a video about this fight, let you guys know that I'm not currently at home right now on the way, but I'm making videos on my laptop, so hopefully That's all good, but I'll definitely be back over the next couple of weeks. A lot of content will be made. I'll be doing live streams. I'll be doing all sorts of things over the next couple of weeks. And if you really wanted to know what I'm really going to be up to, I'm going to be trying to use that 2 weeks that I've got off university to train boxing almost full time. Like I'm gonna be doing a lot of boxing over those few weeks because normally I don't have the opportunity to because I'm busy, with university, and even then sometimes the channel can take a bit of time. But I'm gonna be using that time to really focus on boxing because I do have my debut coming up later this year. I'll do a more official announcement when it's all locked in and ready to go. But I'll see you guys in the future.